Thanks for joining me today while we take a look at this function-based question from the SAT. There's a few things that we need to remember. First thing is anything in between the parentheses after our letter identifying our function, in this case I have function r, is the value that we're going to plug in for that same variable into our given equation. So one of the ways that this gets tricky is it now gives us a different variable. So the first thing I want to do is just rewrite my function. So r of b is going to be equal to, let me clean up my handwriting there for you guys a little bit. So r of b is going to be equal to 2b minus 1 divided by 3. Fantastic. Now my question is also providing me my value for r of b equal to 5. Now remember, if this was saying r of 5, then I would plug 5 in where my b is. But it's not. It's telling me that r of b is equal to 5, which means my 5 needs to come in here, not here. So we need to pay very close attention to that notation. So I'm now going to come through and say that 5 is equal to 2b minus 1 over 3. Now, fantastic. We've got a fraction that equals a whole number. I'm going to set my 5 up to be a fraction so that I can just come through and cross multiply in order to quickly clear out my fractions. So this tells me that 1 times 2b minus 1. And I always write out my steps in order to make sure that I am not doing too much in my head, that I'm not losing track of my signs, and I'm avoiding the opportunity to make careless errors. So I now know that 2b minus 1 is going to be equal to 15. I'm going to add my 1 to both sides. We get 2b is equal to 16, and then we're going to divide by 2. So I know b is 8. And I'm choosing answer choice C. Remember, inside the parentheses, we plug in for the variable in the equation. If our whole function is equal to it, we have to set that up as our y, or in this case, our r of b. Thanks so much for joining me. We'll see you soon.